interactive. Okay, I should know what you have already know about the digital circuits. Then only we can explain it.
A bar dot B bar.
What? Hello?
It's
Are you?
A bar dot B bar.
No, I am asking about the A plus B whole bar.
Yes, sir, that is equivalent to A bar dot B bar.
Okay, right. It is now A bar into B bar. Okay, and the same case when we can apply on the left hand side, A B bar. Okay, so that will be converted as A bar plus B bar. Okay, that is Boolean algebra. Means what? OR gate. NOR gate is equal to what? If we have A plus B bar, it is NOR gate. And you said earlier, it is A bar into B bar. Means what? It's equivalent to what? Hello, Aryan Singh. Yeah, screen it is.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, camera is off. That's why screen is not visible. Okay, so there are three universal gates, as you know. Okay, one is NOT gate, then AND gate, and OR gate.
OR gate.
Yeah. So any digital circuits can be designed by using AND OR combination, and in support with that we can use NOT gate. Is it visible? Screen is visible to you? Hello?
Sir, you have not started sharing the screen.
No, screen
Yes,
is.
sir. Now
I'm
visible.
asking about the board, that blackboard behind me. Is it visible to you?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. So here we can start with this particular thing, that Boolean algebra. A plus B bar is equal to A bar into B bar. Okay. So that we know, you know about the K map. Okay, so there are pair, quadra, and octal. So according to that, we can define a logical expression, and then that logical expression will be designed by using different logic gates. Okay, so that we should know. Okay, is it right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so here we can start with the combinational circuits. Okay, so we'll start with the combinational circuit. I will share my screen. Okay, screen is visible to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this
Yes,
is,
sir.
yeah. Now this is the combinational circuits that we have. The very basic combinational circuit that we already know is half adder, or we can say combinational circuit is a XOR gate. Okay. We have the truth table of XOR gate. That is what? 0 1 1 0. I am talking about the status of uh, output signal Y. Okay, so that will be 0 1 1 0, means when we have a different inputs, our output is 1. The similar input output is 1. That is called XOR gate. As everybody know this concept. Okay, so dissimilar input, when we have a dissimilar input, output is 1. That is my XOR gate. And this XOR gate is again a combination. Okay, it is a combinational circuit which is designed by using AND OR combination, which is designed by using AND OR gate. Okay, so that we'll see first. So in the very basic, it is XOR gate, and XOR gate is designed by using AND OR combination. So that is, AND OR combination is always saying that it is sum of product. Okay, means what? We are taking the multiplication first. We are taking the multiplication of input signal, and then all multiplications will get added together and get a mathematical expression. So that is called summation minterms. Okay. So that summation minterms is nothing but the sum of products. And when we are talking about XOR gate. Okay. So again, it is a combinational circuit. So we know the truth table. It is 0, 1, 1, 0. So when it will be 1, when it will be 1, when both the inputs are dissimilar. Means what? We are taking the multiplication of these two inputs. That is, suppose we have two input XOR gate. Okay, let us see that we have in this presentation. Okay, so this is the XOR gate that I am talking about. It has two input X and Y, but internally there is a different logic gates. Okay, so X is there and Y is there. So if suppose we'll see the equation of this sum is defined by S. Am I audible to you? Hello, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So here I am talking about this XOR gate only. Okay, we are not starting with the half adder. I am talking about only the XOR gate. So its output is supposed to be S. There are two inputs X and Y. So according to that, we'll get the equation X XOR Y. X XOR Y. Okay, but it is the simplified way to represent the XOR gate. But internally there is a product of sum of product. Okay, sum of product means it is a product of inputs connected to two different AND gates. Okay, so here we have taken X and Y. So X dash is nothing but this X dash is nothing but it is a complementary of X. Okay, so X bar Y plus X Y bar. So our equation says it is X bar Y plus X Y bar. Okay, means what? There are two AND gates we require. So one AND gate generate the product X bar Y, another AND gate will generate the product X Y bar, and then we add it together. Okay, so how many logic gates we required for generating the S? Yes, anybody?
sorry, sir. Can you please pardon?
Yes, here I am talking about S, and we have seen here the equation of X, which required two multiplication and one addition. Okay, so this is mathematical operation. Now we have to do it by logically. Okay, so for that we have to use a logic gates. Okay, so now here I am asking how many gates we required for solving the equation of S. Yes, anybody? Aryan Singh. Okay, 3. Kunal Chadha says 3. Okay, so here we required 3, out of which we required 2 AND gate. One is for product X bar Y, second is for generating the product X Y bar, and third gate that we required, that is for addition. Means we required one OR gate and 2 AND gates. So that is the internal circuit of this particular XOR gate. Okay, so for XOR gate, we are talking about XOR gate, so it is nothing but the combinational circuit. Okay, why circuit? Because it has a combination of two AND gates and one OR gate. So that's why it is called combination circuit. So similarly, by using this is now we have developed. XOR gate is ready to use. Okay, we forget about the internal architecture of this XOR gate. Now it is readily available that we can use to implement a logical expression. Okay, so now here I am talking about the half adder. Half adder is used to do the addition of two different inputs. Okay, so here it is written that addition of two single bit binary values. Okay, which are referred as X and Y, and it generates two output that will be called as sum and along with carry. So it will generate sum along with carry. So we need to have two different outputs. One is called sum, another is called Cout, that is carry. Okay, so this operation is called as half addition, and circuit to realize is called as half adder. Okay, so while designing anything in the logical circuit, we should know the truth table, we should know the logical operation. and this logical operation is defined by its truth table. Okay, so that truth table is itself define the internal functionality of this particular block that we are going to design. So here I am talking about half adder. Okay, so here we have assumed that this half adder is having two inputs labeled as X and Y, two outputs labeled as S and C out. Okay, so according to that we have written a truth table. This you have to remember. Okay, nobody is nobody is design the truth table. It is fixed for every logical circuit. Okay, so this is one block that is called as half adder, and according to that it has a truth table. It defines the functionality of half adder. Okay, so here two different inputs means there are four different combinations. So it state will get changed 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1, and for each combination what will be the status of output ports that we can see in the truth table. Okay, so here S will be defined at two different states. Okay, so S will be 0 when both are 0, S will be 0 when both are 1. Means what we are saying, the input addition we are doing. So 0 0 is 0, 0 1 is 1, 1 0 is 1, and 1 1 is 0 along with carry. Okay, so it will be forwarded to next level of the circuit. So that way, that's why it is called as carry. Okay, when we have another half adder in a circuit, so that will be considered as a next input. Okay, so here we have sum. S is defined 1 0 1 0 1 1 0, and C out is defined as 0 0 0 1. Okay, so according to that I can define a k-map. Okay, so when we solve the k-map for this, we have a two inputs. So we have two input k-map X and Y. So according to that, when you define a k-map for this, is it here? Okay, no, it is for full adder. So when we define a k-map, we can easily say that it is the equation of X bar Y and X Y bar, and both will get add together. So according to that, we can write the equation X bar Y and 1 X Y bar. So it will be also defining min terms. So it is 1 and 2. 0 is 0, 1 is 1, 2 is 1, and 3 is again 0. So that's why it is min terms 1 comma 2. And C out is there. Okay, C out is generated when both inputs are 1 1. Okay, so here we'll write the C out. Okay, C out will be active when inputs are 1 1, and that is nothing but the decimal number 3, binary representation of decimal number 3. That's why it is a product of X and Y. Okay, so now we'll get the two different equations. One is for sum, second is for carry, C out. Okay, when you simplify this, it will be same as the XOR gate. This combination S, equation of X bar Y, and or we can say in general A B bar plus B bar A is called as A XOR B. Okay, similar way we can write X XOR Y. Okay, so for this we can directly have the gate. So that gate will be connected here, that we have used XOR gate. According to the equation of C out, we need a AND gate because we need to generate the product of two inputs. So we have to select AND gate, and then it will be labeled as C out and sum. Okay. So now whenever the input or status of this input port X and Y will get changed, automatically sum and C out will get changed, and that will be defined in this truth table. Okay. Clear to you? Hello? Hello, anybody please reply.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so here we have discussed about the half adder and along with its truth table. Similarly, this is a combinational circuit. Why? Because it contains two different gates. One is XOR gate and second one is AND gate. When we expand the circuit of XOR gate, it will have two AND gates, one OR gate, and one AND gate for C out. Okay. Again, you can describe it. So the questions are coming into the GATE exam, that we are not showing the actual circuits. They are not giving the actual circuits. They will give the twisted circuit. Okay. So sometimes this circuit will be like this. Input will be coming at the center, and this AND gate is exactly opposite to this XOR gate. So that circuit will get twisted and will get confused. Okay. So in that case, what we have to do? We have to check the status of inputs and write the truth table for that different combinations. Then only you will get the perfect answer. Okay, that will be identification of the circuit. Okay, very simple. We are drawing like this. This is our habit to draw this particular half adder. One XOR gate, one AND gate. Inputs are on left hand side, outputs are on right hand side. This is our habit. Okay, but when you find in the GATE exam, this particular circuit will be twisted. Sometimes both will be at the bottom, both will be at the upward, downward, all are will get twisted, and that is their aim is only to get confused. Okay, so don't get confused. You simply identify the input ports. Then according to that, you make a different combinations for these number of inputs. If you have two, you will get four combination, 2 raised to power n. If you have a three input, you will get 2 raised to power n. 2 raised to power 3 is 8 combination, and then you can analyze the truth table and you can identify the circuit. Okay. Similarly, we have full adder. So full adder is only for 3-bit input. Okay, our input is now 3-bit along with carry. So this carry is going to forward to the next step, as we have said earlier. Okay, half adder is limited operation. Okay, but the scope may go increase. So according to that, we have to perform 3-bit addition, 4-bit addition, 6-bit addition, 8-bit, 32-bit, because according to the microprocessor or microcontroller, as you have studied, so their size of input ports will be different. I mean, according to that, we have to design the circuit. Okay, so adder may be not limited to 2-bit. It may be in general. Okay, it may be any number of bit. We'll see. But here, the full adder is a 3-bit input. Okay, so here we have 3-bit assigned as X, Y, and C in. That is carry in. So as we know 3 bits, so it has 8 different combinations. Okay, and according to that, we can assign the status of this S, sum, and carry out. Okay, so here we have sum, which will be active for when we have the input. Any one input is active high, will get sum. When any one of input is active high, then only will get the sum is equal to 1. And when we have more than 1, then sum will become 0 and carry out will be generated. So here we have 1 1. So in that case it is 0 and carry will be generated. But when it is 1 1, in this case it has 0 and carry generated. But when it is 3 ones, so it will be 1 and carry generated. When we have 4, it is 0, carry generated. So according to that, you have to design a truth table. Okay, and then you can design a K-map for S, because we have output ports, 2 different output ports. So you can design K-map for both the outputs. So for S and for C out. So here we can see the K-map for S. So you can put the values. You know how to design a K-map. It is 0 2 4 6 4, and then 1 3 7 5 0 2 6 4, or 1 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, depending on the number of inputs assigned to this truth table. So here we have 4 active 1. According to that, we can write the equation. So for this one, it is what? X bar, Y, and C bar. X bar, Y, and C bar. Okay, so this equation we have X bar, Y, and C bar. It is okay. X bar, Y, and C bar. It will be first one. X bar, Y, and C in. X bar, Y, and C bar. This is X bar, Y. This is what? X, Y bar, and C in. So this will be referred as a binary equivalent number. You can see here, you can label it, or you can have a summation min terms. 2 is what represented as 0, 1, 0. So it is x bar, y, c in bar. Okay, likewise, you can write the equation and then simplify it. So here we require two different XOR gates. One is for two inputs, and that output will be again concatenated with the input of third terminal. So that is x XOR y XOR c in. And similarly, when you solve the K-map for C out, you will get, you have to put the ones, and then you can make the pair or chords or active, you will get the equation. So in this case, it is xy plus x into c in plus y into c in. So here, for representing the output port sum, which is defined by three input XOR gate, either three input XOR gate if available, or you require two XOR gates, two input XOR gates. It's all different choices you have available. Okay, and then carry out. Carry out requires three AND gates and two XOR gates. Okay, or you can say three AND gates and one 3-input XOR gate. So that we can see here. The full adder circuit using AND OR combination means universal gates. So this is the block diagram of full adder. The internal architecture will be like this. Okay, as we have seen in the equation, this equation, logical equation, is simply represented as the product of each input terminal, and then you can add by using 4-input XOR 4-input OR gate. So it is AND OR combination. Okay. Similarly, C out will be a sum of product that will be defined by AND OR combination. So whenever I am talking sum of product SOP, you will have to define it by AND gate and OR gate. Okay. So this is again the internal architecture. So again, this diagram may get twisted for making you confused. The diagram will get changed or twisted. So this is one of the options to represent full adder using AND OR combination. Another option that simplified way that it will be defined by two input XOR gates, or 2-input AND gates and one 3-input OR gate. So that we have discussed. There are the different options to represent the same logical equation. So this is the ripple adder that we have to design when we have, it is not limited to single bit. Okay, what is single bit? This is a single bit full adder because the size of this input is only 1 bit. Hello? Hello, please reply. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it may be like this, that it is a single bit adder. Okay. But as we have seen, the microprocessor is not single bit, it is 8 bit. Okay. When we have a 16-bit processor, it is 16 bit. So arithmetic unit of this microprocessor is 16 bit. So according to that, we have to provide the inputs, and the size of input bus is 8 bit. So you have to define this X as a 8-bit input. So it is a string of 8 different bits. Similarly, Y is a string of 8 different bits, and C is a string of 8 different bits. So we are going to design, so in this case, we can design a 8-bit full adder. So in that case, we can call that 8-bit full adder. So this is defined in this n-bit ripple adder, means you can design any bit. So as we have discussed, it is 8 bits, so value of n is 8. When it is 16, value of n is 16. It may be 32, it may be 64, depending on the processor that we can use. Okay. Similarly, next. Okay, so this will be defined graphically. X is a 4-bit input. The size of input bus is 4 bits. So it is ranging from 0 to 3. Y is again 4 bits. So according to that, here we can see here this block. It has 3 inputs, X, Y, and C in. Okay, C in is initially 0 because that will be depending on the input. So here single bit carry in, single bit carry out, because this is going to forward to the next step. So 4 bit means what? There are 4 different blocks which are interconnected. Okay, and then the carry will be forwarded to next block. Carry generated to this block, forwarded to next block. So here we have taken the example of 4 bit. Okay, so likewise we have designed a actual diagram or actual hardware which we required for 4 bit adders. So here we required the block of 4 single bit adders. Okay, and then input is applied x0, y0, x1, y1, x2, y3, x3, y3, and then correspondingly it will generate s1, s0, s2, s3, and then output will be carry output will be forwarded to next. Accordingly it will generate the output. So that will output will be also 4 bit as 0 along with carry C4. Okay. So this is the technique that we have applied for generating n bit adder. This is the block diagram that we have. Likewise, you can add the data. This is again 4 bit, and how to represent the data. So this in this case it will be defined as a 16 bit adder. Y0 to Y15, X0 to X15, 16 bit adder, and at the same time it will generate 16 bit sum. So all will be active at the same clock signal. Okay, all inputs will be applied at the same clock signal. Simultaneously it will generate the sum, 16 bit sum for the same clock cycle, and along with carry. So that will be forwarded to next 16 bit full adder circuit. So here again we have discussed the half adder. So it is the same thing that we have, but it is half subtractor. Okay. So what is the difference? Again, subtractor, when we have a negative value, it will be subtracted and borrow will be generated. So in this case 0 minus 1. Output difference is 1, but borrow will be generated because of this negative minus y. Okay. Similarly, x is positive and y is 0, but it is negative 0. So that's why it is 1. Difference is 1. And then x and y both are 1. The difference is 0. No borrow will be generated. So this is the truth table that you can either remember or you can design as you know the function of half subtractor. Okay. We have designed the logical expression for difference and logical expression for borrow. So this is the logic bar y. Okay, x bar. This is 1. So we'll take x bar y. This is 1 when it is x y bar. So same we have written, and that's why it is x or y. Again we need to have a XOR gate. Similarly for borrow will be 1 when when inputs are x bar multiply with y. So here we can directly write x bar y, and according to that we can choose a logic gate. So here we require XOR gate. For this borrow we require AND gate, and before that we need to complement the input x. So for that we need AND NOT gate, and then x will become x bar, and NOT gate will be connected as an input to AND gate and generate the borrow. So this is the simple circuit. Again, when you make it complex, you can add the circuit for this XOR gate. It will be more complex than this one. Similarly, we have a full subtractor. So as the principle says, when we have a negative sign, the different borrow will be generated. So here there are 3 inputs. According to that, we have 8 different combinations. Okay, and these 8 different combinations will generate corresponding difference and borrow. So this is the truth table, and then we can design the K-map for difference and K-map for borrow. Okay, so likewise from this K-map we will generate the logical expression, and after solving this logical expression you will get the simplified way. So that's why D here, S is not there, but it is D. So D is equal to x XOR y, x XOR C in. Okay, and then borrow will be generated by connecting the K-map for this. Okay, so according to that we have the logical expression x bar y, x bar b in plus y b in. Okay, so this is the full adder. But every time you have to remember the truth table. Then full subtractor circuit using AND OR combination is universal gate. So as we have discussed earlier, XOR gate can be designed by using AND OR combination. So same thing we have defined here for difference, and the same logic gates we can use to define borrow generated. And again, it is a single bit full subtractor. Okay, when we have more than n bit subtractor, it will be define the size of x. It is n bit. This is also n bit, and then borrow will be forwarded to the next step and generate the n bit difference. Again, this full subtractor will be defined by 2 XOR gate and the combination of this. It is not changed. Okay, but this combination have alternative that we can able to get a 2 different XOR gate for getting the difference. Okay. Similarly, we have n-bit subtractor that we have discussed. We can change the size of input ports. Accordingly, the size of output port will get changed. So that will be called as n-bit ripple subtractor. Similarly, here we have taken the example 4-bit borrow subtractor. So you can see here x is a 4-bit size, y is also size of 4-bit, and similarly it will generate the 4-bit difference. And internally they are connected like this. This is starting from LSB and ending at MSB. So okay, don't forget to connect MSB and LSB. So you are always starting from LSB. Then only your design is correct. So this is the actual block diagram for 4-bit subtractor. But inverse complement of y. So in that you can design. So this will be called as a twisting in the exam. Okay. Sometimes they may use both, and NOT gates are connected, but their status will not change. Where the status is from LSB. Okay, this status is running from LSB, that is 0000 to MSB 1111. But when you talk about this, this status is running from 1111 to 0000. Means it will be running in downward direction. So in that case, you have to make the truth table accordingly, and then you have to generate sum and carry. Clear to you? Hello, anybody? Please reply. Hello, give vocal feedback. Hello? 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 Okay. So it is clear to you. Now next we can move to multipliers and multiplexers and demultiplexers. Okay. But before that, I want to discuss here multipliers. So in logically there is no physically there is no multiplier. Okay. So that multipliers we want that can be designed by using adder circuit. Okay. So adder is used to design a multiplier and shifting left. One bit is shifted left after every addition. Then only you will get the corresponding multiplier. So multiplier may be a 4-bit, multiplier may be a 8-bit. Okay. So next topic is this is multiplexers. So everybody knows multiplexer is what? Parallel to serial converter. Okay. Similarly, you can call multiplexer as many input, one output. Okay. So it is many input, one output, or we can say it is parallel to serial converter. Okay. And the demultiplexer is having an inverse function of the multiplexer. So as we said, it is parallel to serial converter for multiplexer. So we can say for demultiplexer, it will be called as serial to parallel converter. Okay, so demultiplexer is called as serial to parallel converter. Similarly, demultiplexer can convert single data will be transferred to more number of output ports. Okay, so it is called as one to many converter. Okay, so demultiplexer is called as one to many converter. That's why it is written 1 to 4 demux, 1 to 4, 1 to 8, 1 to 16. That 1 to many. And when we talk about the multiplexer, it is many to 1. So 4 different inputs converted into 1 means what? There are n number of inputs, but at one clock cycle, at that particular clock cycle, I am sending only one input to the output port. So that is many to 1. Okay, similarly, we have 4 to 1, 8 to 1, 16 to 1, 32, 64 to 1, like that. Okay, so basic function of multiplexer is to convert many to 1 and demultiplexer to convert single to many. Okay, so here we have the symbolic representation of multiplexer. Okay, so we are talking about different types of multiplexer. So here basically, as we said earlier, it is many input and single output types, because we are talking about a binary signal, so it may represented as 2 raised to power n. Okay, so when we have a single select line, it will have 2 input, 1 output. When we have more than single line, so 2, then it has 4 to 1. When select lines are 3, it will be designed 8 to 1. When select lines are 4, you can design 16 to 1. So this will be here is represented. So we do not fix the size of input. Okay, it will be varying because we are defining it will be varying depending on the select line. Okay, so when the select line will increase, upon that will be defined as number of bits. Okay, and when the number of inputs will be defined by the select line. So the select line define the number of bits and input lines are defined number of combinations. So when it is 2, combinations are 4. When it is 3, combinations are 8, and that's why it is called as 8 to 1 multiplexer. When it is 4, the combination generated, the number of pairs, possibility generated is 16. That's why it is 16 to 1 mux. Okay. So here we have the example that anytime you can connect the data. So everything is connected. All equipments are connected to this sound system. Okay, but at the same time, this sound will be operating only one signal. This sound system will be operating at only one signal, and that may coming either from mobile, it may coming from laptop, it may coming from set-top box, or it may coming from digital TV. Okay, cable TV set-top box. Okay, so here that is the here it is showing the application of MUX, but at a time only one device is connected to the output port. And that is showing here, and that is the practical application of multiplexer. Okay, hello. Okay, so we'll move to next. We have seen the application. Now we can see the functionality of this MUX multiplexers. Okay, so 2 to 1 that we have seen in this case. Okay, earlier we have seen 2 to 1. When it is 1, there are 2 inputs. So that will be defined by either X and Y, and output is represented by Z. Okay, but similarly, it can be depending on the select line. So now we have the select lines, 2 different select lines. It is labeled as A and B. Okay, see the symbol. Label as A and B. According to that, we have 4 different combinations. We don't know the output. Okay, we don't know output. We simply write inputs and their combination, possible combinations, and then when it is D0 connected to output port means data present on this port will be transferred to Y. That's why it is D0. For next combination it is D1. Next combination 1 0 it is D2, and for 1 1 it connected D3 will be connected to Y. So that will be defined in truth table. Okay. Similarly, when you solve the K-map for Y, you will get this particular logical expression, and that will be represented graphically by using different symbols. Okay, so here we have the inputs A and B. So these are active high, and when it is connected through NOT gate, that will be defined as active low. And according to that, it will generate 4 different state of inputs, and this will be written here. Okay, and when we are talking about first one, when A is 0 and B is 0, when A is 0 and B is 0, that will be forwarded to here. A is 0 and B is also 0, forwarded to this state. So this particular AND gate will be active, and therefore it will develop the connection that D0 is connected to this AND gate, OR gate, and forwarded to Y. Similarly, we'll take last one when both are 1 1. Okay, so when both are 1 1, this will be connected to this AND gate. B is connected to this AND gate. Now this particular AND gate is active. Okay, and D3 is connected to Y, and remaining are open. Means what? Their product is 0. Okay. So this is the actual circuit diagram, but sometimes what is happening, this diagram is twisted. Okay, so it will get flipped. It may be flipped, it may be vertical, or it may be rotated by 90 degrees. So in that case, we have to concentrate on truth table. This is the waveform that we have discussed. When input is 1, 2, 3, according to that, it will select the output. That D0 is forwarded, D1. That will be depending on the clock signal. And clock signal is nothing but select lines connected to A and B. Similarly, demultiplexer, it performs the reverse operation. Okay, it performs the reverse operation compared to multiplexer. Means what? It converts many to one to many. It converts serial to parallel. Okay, so it is serial to parallel convert. That's why 1 to many. It will be classified as 1 to 2, 1 to 4, 1 to 8, 1 to 16. But that will be depending on the value of 2 raised to power n. That will be depending on the number of select lines connected to this demultiplexer. Okay, when select lines are 1, 2, 3, 4, it will generate 2, 4, 8, 16. Okay, it may increase depending on the choice. So this is the example that this is the source which is connected to 4 different output ports. Sometimes it is connected to printer, sometimes it is connected to plotter, sometimes it is connected to laser printer. Okay, but when all are connected permanently, but when they will operate only once depending on the choice of select line. Okay, so we have 2 select lines, 4 different peripherals we can connect, and then according to their combination you can send the input to this particular output port. Okay, when it is 0 0, X is connected to D0. When it is 1 1, X is connected to D3. Okay, so same example we have represented by logic gates. Okay, so again it is a combination of and not combination. X is connected to all. X is connected to all AND gates. But when they will active, that will decide by the select lines. When it is select line A and B, when B and A is 0 0, when both are 0 0, it will connected here. So this will be active and X is connected to D0 and that particular peripheral will off. Okay, that particular clock signal. So next will be defined as a clock lines. That is nothing but the change of status of select lines. अच्छा यहाँ तक समझ गया क्या? हेलो? नहीं, मैं ही बोलते जा रहा हूँ. So I am taking the feedback. Are you getting? Are you understanding this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Priyanka Chauhan is there. Okay, so next we'll have the examples. So here we have the example that this is the 4 to 1 multiplexer and the diagram is not given, it has been designed by ourselves. Okay, what the data given? Data is given that is design the function, design the function using multiplexer. Okay, so whenever we have a sum of products, you can directly choose multiplexer. You can design anything by using multiplexers. Okay, so here we know the number functions is given. Okay, this particular data is okay. The f is equal to f a comma b comma c. Okay, so from this we recognize that there are three inputs. Okay, so there are three inputs. That's why we have design. We can design a truth table A, B, C, and from that three inputs we can have 8 different combinations. So that is written in the truth table. Okay, but when it will be active, when the input is forwarded to output, that will be defined by this expression. So here it is written that A bar, A dash is nothing but A bar, B bar, C. Okay, so when this particular status will be there, A bar, B bar, and C. So in this case, for this combination, it is 1. Okay. Similarly, second, A and B. So remaining are don't care. Okay. When A is 1 and B is 1, where it is? When this is A is 1 and B is 1, and remaining are don't care. Okay. So here we don't know the remaining status of C. So that for that we can consider C is either 0 or 1. Okay. Similarly, here it is covered all the things, but for remaining outputs are 0. Okay. Forget about whether C is don't care or not. So we are not least interested in this because function is defined only for this particular sum of product. Okay. So we know we want output only when it is A bar B bar C plus AB. Okay. So for that we have these combinations. So this is for 1. Okay, and this is for 1106, and this is 7. Okay, so there may be a transfer of data or connection between input and output for three different combinations of A, B, and C. So BC is connected here. Okay, so S1, S0, we have connected A and B. This is listen here it is BC connected. So when S1 and S0 are 0, 0. Okay, so BC is 1, 1. There is no BC. Okay, this one BC is 1, 1. Okay, and BC is 0, 0. BC is 0, 0. BC is 0, 1. Okay, so for when BC is 0, 0, output is always 0, but that will be defined as a C. We have connected that label is given to C. So here we have 4 different combinations 0, 1, 2, 3 along with C. The third input is here we can call it as C, but this is A. Okay, so this B is considered to be A, and this is B. So AB is 0, 0. When AB is 0, 0, we don't know the status of C, but C is either 0 or 1. So that will be connected here. Okay, it may going to transfer, but we are interested only this. Okay, so according to that we have connect A bar, B bar, and C. So this is 0, 0, and C is 1. So in that case, this particular C is 1. So here 1 is connected to this. Okay, and then we'll see here. This is another diagram. Okay. So what we can see here, BC is 0, 0, AB is 0, 0, C is connected directly. So this particular combination is connected, but here we are not interested to this particular 0, 0 when it is 1. Third input is 1. Okay, that will be forwarded to F. Okay. This is the label that here the label is wrong. That's why it is confused. But we can say that when it is 0, 0, you send C. When it is 1, 1, you send either 0 or 1. So that will be defined in this particular C. We are sending C and we are sending 0 in 2. So that particular thing will be connected here in this. Similarly, this is a simple example, but it will be clear in the next example. Okay. So we'll see F. Here again the 3-bit input. Okay, F is a 3-bit input, but in this case, the output will define 4 different parameters. Output will be based on 4 different parameters, but input are 3. So we can consider these are the select lines S2, S1, S0, but we have 4 different combinations, 4 different parameters defined by summation min terms. Okay, so here we consider 4 different inputs. So A, B, C, D are the inputs, and according to that 4 inputs, we can generate 16 different combinations 0, 0, 0, 0 to 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, out of which this function decide which one is 1. Okay, so here now it will be decided as 0. This A dash is 0, B dash is 0, C dash is 0, and D is 1. So where it jumps 0, 0, 0, and D is 1. So it is where, okay, 0, 0, 0, and D is 1. So it will consider the port 1. It will connect it to port 1. Okay. Similarly, we don't know the D because D is a don't care. Function is depending on A, B, and C. D is additionally added. So we'll take that D is a data input. It may be either 0 or it may be either 1. Okay, we'll consider as a don't care. So next combination is what? A bar, B bar, C, D. So forget about D. Okay, where is A bar, B bar, C? A bar, B bar, C. That is A bar, B bar, C here. So in that case, we consider D is 1. Okay, and then D is 1. Therefore, the output function is 1, and that's why D is connected to 1. This particular line कौन सा है? This is what 0, 0, 1, 1. 0, 0, 1, 1 means where 0, 0, 1, 1. That is 3. 0, 0, 1, 1 is 3. So 3 is there. Okay. But this is not the number of ports. We are having 8 to 1 marks. Okay, but the combinations are 6. So here it is generated A, B, and C. Okay, forget about D. A, B, and C. Status is 0, 0, 1. Okay, so status is 0, 0, 1. This status is 0, 0, 1. So 0, 0, 1 means what? It is 1. Okay, we are using 8-bit 8 to 1 multiplexer using 3 input lines, but our inputs are 4, so we can share D. Okay, so this representation, if we forget about D, this represents 0, 0, 1, and that will be 1. Therefore, D is connected to 1. Similarly, third function, third minterm, A bar, B, C bar means 0, 1, 0. So this is 0, 1, 0. Where it is 0, 1, 0? This one, 0, 1, 0. Okay. So for 0, 1, 0, what is the value? It is 2. Okay. So for 0, 1, 0, it is 2. So 2 pin will be connected to D dash. Okay, here it is mentioned that D dash will be connected to port number 3 because D is don't care. Okay, we don't know the status of D. So somewhere we have connect D dash, somewhere we can connect 1. Okay, so next combination is, okay, it is given in this expression. D dash is 0, so that's why D dash is connected. In this case, D is connected, so D will be supplied to 1. Similarly, this one, A, B bar, C means what? Hello everyone. Anybody can speak? This function indicate what?
Yes, sir.
This function is indicated what? The status of ABC. It is 1, 0, 1. Okay. And D is 1. So we are talking about ABC 1, 0, 1. So it will be here 1, 0, 1. But D is 1. Okay. So this particular function is there. D is 1 in this case. 1, 0, 1 is 5. Okay, so this D dash is connected to 5 because 101 is 5. Next is, likewise you can select the line. This is 110. So 110, and it is showing D dash
Well,
0, but it will be connected as 1. So 110 means what? It is 6. 6 pin will be connected to 1. This label we have designed because it is the requirement of the output side. So we can have this particular thing. Okay. So output will be depending on D and D dash. These are the additional pins that we have, but we should define some status because that will be come out from the truth table. Okay? So sometimes it is grounded. Pin number 3 and pin number 4 are grounded. Sometimes pin number 6 and 7 will be connected by VCC. So these are the twisting. Okay? Are you getting what I am saying?
yes, sir.
Okay. So here implementation of full adder using 4 to 1 mux. So mux is a very powerful design digital circuits. Okay. So that will be more useful and anything can be possible to design by using this multiplexer. Okay. So this we'll see after the break of 5 minutes. Is it fine? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello, we'll take a 5 minute short break and we'll join on the same link. You can join the same link at 2:20. Okay, now it is this is 2:15, so you may join at 2:20. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Hello? Okay, so everybody should join at 2:20 by using the same link. Okay, thank you. Okay, come on, join fast. Tell your friends to join fast because we have to cover a lot of things. Hello, Shivani. Okay, Priyanka Chauhan, Shivani.
Yes, sir.
Call your friends to join fast.
Yes.
So we can start. Hello. Rest are least interested. So, hello. Please reply. Hello. Hello, Shivani Burade. Are you there? Priyanka Chauhan, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll start here. Don't wait for the person they are least interested. Okay. So here the thing is that implement full adder using 4 to 1 multiplexer. Okay. What is our desired?
Yes,
Our
sir.
desired is full adder. Okay. And the availability is 4 to 1 multiplexer. So we can we have to perform the operation of full adder from the multiplexer, 4-bit 4 to 1 multiplexer. So here we have the truth table of full adder as we know. We'll get the equation of sum and carry by using K-map. Okay. So here the 4 to 1 mux is required. 4 to 1 mux is available, which have the select line is only 2. Okay, so there are 2 select lines for generating 4 to 1 mux. Okay, but our number of inputs are 3. Okay, this single bit full adder number of inputs are 3. Available select lines are 2. So we have to connect higher order select line, means MSB will be as an input. MSB will be also connected as an input port, and we are taking 2 select line as B and C for multiplexer 4:1. So in this diagram it is clear. Okay. So in this diagram it is clear that 4 to 1 mux, there are 2 4 to 1 mux is required. One is for sum, second one is for carry. Okay. So in previous example, previous diagram, it is sum. Okay. Sum will be active when it is 0 0 0 and 0 1 0. But we are connecting 2 select lines B and C as LSB, and MSB is connected as A. A is MSB, which is connected directly to the data lines, and B and C is connected to select line. Okay, so from this B and C is LSB, so there are 4 different combinations. So here we can see that B and C, 4 different combinations. For A is 0, and there are again 4 different combinations. For A is 1. Okay, so A is MSB, so that we can keep outside. And now we are concentrating on B and C. When B and C is 0 0, what will be the output? 0. Sum is 0. But sum is 1 when it is B is 0 and C is 1. So it is 0 1 and 1 0 के लिए sum is 1. Okay, so here it is connected. B and C is connected to S1 S0. So now it is 0 1. Okay, so for 0 1, D1 is connected. D1 is forwarded to output port. When it is 1 0, D2 is connected to output port. Okay, but for for this B and C is 0 1 and 1 0 when the MSB bit is low. So that will be 0. So A is 0. Okay, see the truth table. Okay. This is 0 1 1 0 for A is 0, and then only sum is 1. Okay, so for this case we have written here complementary A is connected to D1 and D2, and A is connected to D0 and D1 because that will be generated next in the truth table. Okay, now this is over, sum is getting at 0 1 1 0. Similarly, sum is getting as 0 1 and 1 0 along with A is 1. Okay, so therefore it is A is 1, so it is complement of the previous one. It is complement of previous one means it is, suppose it is XOR, this is X naught. Okay, so then we have this diagram. Okay. So A is connected to remaining term D0 when S1 S0 is, or B or C is 0 0. When B or C is 1 1, then it is connected to D0 and D3 is connected to sum. So we'll get overall summation min terms, and that will be connected to sum. That will be by using 4:1 mux. Okay. Another 4:1 mux is used for carry. Okay. See the equation of carry. See the equation of carry. Carry will be active high when B and C is 1 1 and A is 0. Okay, so B and C is 1 1 means it will be connected to D3, and C is 1, A is 1, A is 0. So here A is 0. So we will not require that particular value, it is only active when carry is 1.